Yeah, so that's an unexpected and remarkable milestone, right, in the blockchain journey, right? To
Yeah.
have the top award, in a category, it's supply chain, obviously, but to have the top award going to, this technology, which is still very much on an innovation curve. And I think it's really about how the technology was applied, what's the thinking behind what we've done, how are we looking at it from a global scale perspective, and what's the impact of the organization doing the work, right? And so if you sort of summarize all those things, the Microsoft cloud business is a $60 billion a year revenue stream. It's a very large business for Microsoft, one of its largest. And what we've done with it, the reason for the blockchain award was because we took blockchain, looked at the multi-company collaboration problem, thought about the mining problems and the incentives that we were just talking about at the in the cobalt mines, and thought about the end-to-end opportunity of creating genealogy for essentially silicon-based products, right, or any kind of like high-tech products, and then figured out like how can we actually step through that, right? How can we start to impact change in that category? And so we selected, and this is our high-value commodity supply chain, and high-value commodities in the high-tech space are things like CPUs, GPUs, SSD, DRAM, hard drives, right? All of the expensive electronic components that go into a consumer device like a Surface, or that go into a rack in a data center, right? And so it makes up a very high percentage of the value that runs our cloud, right? In terms of those products. It's a relatively constrained, I don't want to say constrained, it's a relatively finite market. There's not that many providers in CPU, GPU, hard drive, right, et cetera, et cetera. And so you can quickly get to a high percentage of penetration in that market, which then drives other interesting opportunities,